to the Magical Lane. I am your host, Maggie Jane, and today we're going to be diving into this idea of surrender and the idea of power and just how they really relate. I have been on a big surrender journey lately, and what that even means. What does surrendering even mean? I truly didn't understand it. I didn't know. I was not aware of that concept until read the book called The Surrender Experiment. And what that entire book is, and the whole idea of just surrendering to life, is just letting go of control, and it is staying in the seat of awareness in your mind. You are just aware of everything that is going on, everything that life is sending your way, any experience you have, any person you meet, literally anything. Just observing it and having awareness around it. And this idea of surrendering is observing before reacting. Not even necessarily before. It's just even just being aware of your reactions. It's literally surrendering is just a heightened awareness of yourself and everything that's going on. And it's truly a beautiful journey, and it changes everything around you. Once you make a mental shift and you're just observing your thoughts and your feelings and your experiences as things that are outside of you, they are not you, they are outside of you. It changes everything. It really does. And I'm so grateful to have come across that book because it came at the perfect time. And that another thing on this journey of surrendering is just trusting that everything happens within divine timing. Just knowing that even if it's not happening when you want or when you would expect it or whenever you think is going to be the most beneficial for you, surrendering to it and surrendering to the idea that everything, literally everything, happens in divine timing. And just being in that seat of awareness and being in a state of constant surrender, it truly just frees your mind. It frees your body of so much. I know for me personally, I always felt like I had to carry the weight of the world. My traps they reflect that because they're not as bad as they used to be, but solid rocks from since I've been a little girl, just because I felt like I had to hold on to everything. I felt like I had to carry everything by myself. And so I just visually, it's just, your shoulders are shrugged and you're just tense and tight in the neck and your shoulders all the time. That's how I grew up, and that's something that I'm still working to release. And this idea of surrendering has helped me release so much of that. So I want to heavily emphasize this journey of surrender and what it can truly do for you. And what it really does is allow you to do less and be more. And I just released a whole episode about doing less and being more. So I truly live by that. And in this hustle culture that we live in, and you got to make that money, you got to get that bread, it's surrendering is perfect for this life. At least in my opinion. I think it's truly It's a beautiful mindset. And it's just so with this idea of, the hustle culture and everything going on, say you have goals, you have visions for yourself. I I was working an event the other day, not the other day. It was a couple weeks ago. But I was talking to someone about, this journey of surrender. And one thing that they said to me was, I get that, but make sure you're still choosing what you want for yourself. And just hearing that, it really made me question. And I was just like, damn, I'm like, am I doing what I want? The answer was yes, but it really made me question. And what that made me realize, like it truly made me question the whole idea of surrender. I'm like, wow, am I really just letting life walk all over me now? That's the thoughts that was going in my mind, but that was not the case whatsoever. And what that question brought to my mind and just made me realize was I can I am choosing what I want. I am doing everything that I want to do. I'm doing the things that I love. I'm happy with who I am. I'm happy with the people in my life. I'm surrounded by so much love and creativity and support and just magical fucking people. So I know that on that side of everything, it's all good. I am doing what I want, but what it made me realize was yes, I am doing what I want. I am choosing these things, but how am I reacting to experiences that come? And if I am doing what I want and what I love and I'm surrounded by great people, why do I still feel anxious all the time? Why do I still feel fearful? And that's just what it made me kind of realize and question within myself. So, knowing that I am choosing what I want, but also this idea of surrender, those two things they're powerful. Knowing what you want, but also being able to surrender to the things that are happening, it's just a powerful force if you put them together. And that's what I've been doing lately. And let me tell you, does it fucking work? Because I just booked my flight and my boyfriend's flight to Italy. And I was wondering how I was even going to pay for my flight. And I just booked both of our flights because I set that intention. I chose what I wanted, but I didn't put fear around it. I didn't put lack around it. I let me paint a picture for you. Let me paint a picture. So, this is literally how it happened. I I cry a lot. So, I was having my couple days of just crying and the girly time started and I hadn't gone outside in 2 days. So, I was like, I should probably go outside. So, I went to the park. And, those 2 days I was not feeling the best, of course, physically, mentally. I was just tired. I was sleeping, allowing my body to rest, and I was also just listening. Because I want to have a whole episode about the menstrual cycle and just women. And so if you are interested in coming on this podcast and talking to me and the whole audience about just women and our cycles and our mind and how all of that shifts and just the power behind it, I would really love that. So please, please let me know if that's you because let's set it up. But, anyways, I went to the park and I didn't really have much of an intention other than to just relax, be, and do what feels good. I ended up staying at the park for like 4 hours, shoes off, feet in the grass. I had my journal. I talked to my beautiful friend Sophia for about an hour because she is in Rome right now, and I'm so excited because I just booked my flight. Now I get to go see her in 2 weeks. Ugh, good times. But I just I hadn't gone outside, and so I went to the park, and I was just feeling everything. And I have been really trying to understand what my relationships and beliefs around money are. And one that I just realized a couple days ago was that I have this, and this all stems from my childhood and just my parents and their relationships and just everything that I grew up and experienced. But I had this belief. It was kind of two parts. It was on one side, I cannot be in a healthy and loving relationship if I'm fully capable and financially stable and providing for myself. So I had this belief that I could not have both for whatever reason, because that's just what I was shown. And I also had this idea that if I'm capable of providing and taking care of myself and doing everything for myself, then I'm not open or acceptable to love. So, in other words, I have to be taken care of in order to be loved. That is a belief that I have been carrying around, and I just realized that the other day. And I'm in a beautiful relationship, and my man, he's fucking phenomenal, and he has been doing a lot for me, like literally everything. I'm so grateful for him. But I realized that. And that was like, that's a heavy weight to put on somebody in a relationship and to hold for yourself. So I went to the park, and I let that shit go. I let the tears fall. Was something that's been really, really healing for me lately has just been going to the park, putting my bare feet in the grass, and just running around like a child. It's so healing. And so that's what I did at the park. And I was just sitting there. I have my favorite tree at the park. So I'll go sit by it. I'll talk to the tree. I'll give the tree hugs. And it'll talk back to me. The universe will speak to you through trees if you listen. Keywords, if you listen. But the wind, I love the wind. I just love earth. But I took this belief with me to the park, and I let it go at the park, and the universe, I was journaling all about it. I was like, I am ready to evolve my relationship with myself, with the people that I'm in relationships with, just everyone around me. I'm ready to expand. I'm ready to evolve that. And I know that I'm capable of having a healthy relationship. I know that I'm capable of providing for myself. I know that I'm capable of having both. Just because this is what I've been taught, this is what I've seen, that doesn't mean that's has to be everything for me. I want to expand this. I'm capable of expanding this belief. I'm ready to expand this. And I was just writing all of that in my journal, speaking it to the universe, and the message that just came to me, like I just felt so peaceful after doing that. And the universe was literally like, okay, you're saying all of this. You're not only gonna buy your flight, you're gonna buy your man's flight as well. And when the universe sent that down to me, I received it, and I had never felt more calm around money in my life. And there was literally no doubt in my mind whatsoever. I was like, you know what? am gonna book both our flights. I'm gonna let my man know that I'm ready. I'm gonna let him know that I'm letting go of these old beliefs so we can evolve and expand together. And I'm letting myself know, I'm like, yes, bitch, you are gonna do that. I don't really call myself that. I don't know why I just said that. But yes, my beautiful love goddess queen, you are gonna do that. And I fucking did it. I fucking did it. I literally just booked both of our flights. And I want to be so vulnerable and honest. I had no money. I literally had no money. And then I knew that I had very low bank account. Very, very low bank account. But when I tell you that feeling was more real than anything. Like, we all have these desires and these ideas of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a fat check this week. I'm gonna receive so much money, but the feelings behind it are always lack. We desire it, but the feeling that we're pushing it out into the universe with is lack. I want this, but I don't have it. That's what you're telling the universe. You want it, but I don't have it. So do you know what the universe is gonna do? It is not gonna fucking give it to you because you're letting them know, like, oh, I don't have this. That's why I want it. You're coming from a place of lack. And oh, it's so crazy because you don't know until you just know. You don't understand that feeling until you truly feel it. At least for me. I I have been working hard at this for like so long, and I've been reading books on money, and I just study so many books on just, of course, surrendering and just accepting the abundance, knowing that I'm enough, knowing that I'm capable. And just another belief that I also had to get rid of is the idea that I'm just genuinely not capable, because I'm capable of anything. And one thing, I don't know what it is about this word, but it has been speaking to my soul. So I hope it speaks to your soul. You are limitless. You are limitless. As in, you have no limitations to anything. And that was speaking to me. I have affirmations written on my whiteboard right now, and that's a big one. I'm getting that word tattooed on my arm, and it just feels right. But I'm getting the word limitless tatted on my arm because I am limitless. There is literally nothing that I cannot do. And also, what I realize is another favorite word that I have right now is fearless. I am fearless. And I took some shrooms like last week, and I just sat on my bed and I cried and meditated. I be doing this a lot. Like, this is how I spend the majority of my time: healing, releasing, observing within my own body. But I was just sitting there, and what I had realized is that I have been holding on to everybody else's fears, from whether it's my family or it's my old relationships or just anything, but I've been holding on to those and identifying myself with those fears. When I know at the end of the day, I am fucking fearless. I am fearless. Like, what's gonna happen? Truly, I am not afraid. What is there to be afraid of? Fear does not exist. Fear does not exist. It doesn't. It has no power. And it's just, I really, I don't like that, because it does exist. Fear does exist. And, that's something I want to talk about this, because I have been preaching myself, oh, fear doesn't exist. And what I realized the other day is that because I was telling myself that fear doesn't exist, I wasn't allowing myself to feel fear. I wasn't allowing myself to feel that's so hard to say. I w- I wasn't allowing myself to feel the fear that was trying to come up in my body. And do you know what happened because of that? Because I was resisting that fear, it brought more fear. Isn't that just crazy? But so do not tell yourself that. I don't recommend it. Fear does exist. It is always going to be there. And I have accepted this, and that is a big part of the reason why I was able to book our flights today. It's because I have accepted that fear does exist, but it has no power. That part still stands. Fear does not have power. It is simply a feeling, like I was saying earlier, observing those thoughts and feelings that are outside of you because they are not you. They are outside of yourself. That fear is just one of those feelings that is outside of you. It is not who you are. You are not fearful. You are not fear, but you are fearless. So just accept that. I having that realization, I was just like, damn, Maggie, like, because on the journey of just self-love and discovery and your success journey, you dive into all these new beliefs, and then there's always some way that even those new beliefs that are supposed to take you so far, there's something that always gets a little twisted in there. And for me, it was around fear. I was feeling the fear, which in return was just bringing more fearful events to my life. I need to stop saying fear because I cannot speak right now. But just that realization is it's mind-boggling. It's truly mind-boggling. Uh, just what the mind will do. But that's why self-awareness is so important, because your mind will literally twist things, especially if you are identifying with fear. The shit that fear will do, because you're giving it power. If you're identify ooh, wow, okay. Take a second here. If you are identifying with fear, you are giving it power. And if you are giving fear power, that fear is going to twist and turn every single thing that it can get its dirty little hands on. I'm so serious right now. Because it's real. It's real as fuck. And I just accepted it. I was like, you know what, fear? While I was at the park, I was like, you know what, fear? I see you. I feel you. But I don't care. You tell fear you don't care. You can sit there, you can try to come into my body, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but I don't care because you have no power. I am in control, and I'm still gonna live my best damn fucking life, regardless of the fear. That's what you need to be telling yourself every day. Yeah, the fear is here. Yeah, people might judge me. Yeah, this shit might happen, but who gives a fuck? Honestly. Because at the end of the day, I'm happy, I'm peaceful, I'm still living my best life, regardless of that fear. Because it's always going to be there, because we're always challenging ourselves and reaching new limits. And when you get to those points, there's always this space of unknown. And that's really where the fear comes in, is this, in this space of unknown, the unknown territory, places you've never gone within yourself, your mind, any of that. It's scary. It is. But just accepting that. Like, there's so many things I could say. Just accepting the fear is just, it's taking your power back. Like, the more you allow fear to creep up and take over your mind and thoughts, and it's just like, yeah, that is pretty scary. That might happen. Maybe we shouldn't do that. And then you go back into that seat of awareness and surrender, and you're like, wow, look at what fear is trying to stop me from. Look at what fear is trying to hold me back from. It's literally just imagine yourself sitting on a floating pedestal and just all of your thought, that pedestal, that is your seat of awareness. That is where the surrender comes in. You are sitting on that pedestal. You are on your high horse. That is your highest self. That is the person that is receiving all of the blessings from life. That is the one receiving all the abundance, all the knowledge, all the wisdom. It is. It is. It is. It's just, it's being. It's a being. That's that seat of awareness. So you're on that pedestal, that beautiful, spiritual, divine being, just sitting up there, looking down at all these, imagine like little, we're going to call them roaches because nobody likes a roach. You're sitting on that pedestal and you're looking down at all these roaches trying to jump up at you. And those roaches, guess what they are? They are fear. All of those roaches of fear and self-doubt and scary things and judgment and what ifs, but no, those roaches, they're trying to get you. But you're just in your seat of awareness, just looking down and be like, oh, look at those ugly roaches. I accept you guys. I understand that you're always going to be here. But, at the end of the day, you're never going to reach me. Not a single roach is going to touch me. And even if one does, you know what? That's okay. Because I'm in my seat of awareness. I'm on my pedestal. And those roaches have no power over me. They don't. They really don't. That visual, kind of gross, just right off the top of my head. But I like it. Because it's true. Like, you are on that pedestal. And all of these fears and beliefs, like, the more you give in to them, the more those roaches are going to get closer to you. And then they're going to start crawling all over you. And that's a whole nother story. I don't want to go there. Because I'm on that pedestal. I'm away from those roaches. I'm away from that fear. I accept it. I give love to those roaches. I am not mean to them. I love myself. I love the roaches. I love seeing them below me. I accept that they're there and that they will always be there and that they will try to hold me back. But they still have no power over me. And they are still not going to hold me back. And I'm still going to achieve every single damn thing that I want to achieve because I am on my pedestal of awareness and divine creation. And I am limitless, and I am fearless, and I am divine, and I am capable. And you should be repeating these to yourself. I am fearless, I am divine, I am limitless, I am capable, I am powerful. You are. You really are. You are fucking magical. You are a magical being. You are a divine being. And the idea of surrender is sitting on that pedestal and just observing the life around you. And, I really like that visual because I feel like you're seeing it. You are seeing it. If you're not, try a little harder. You are on that pedestal and you're just sitting up there. You're writing out your goals. Okay, let's get real. One of my goals this year, I'm buying myself a Porsche. I'm buying myself my metallic green Porsche with a cream beige interior, and it's a convertible, and I'm going to have some nice wheels on it. I customized it. I went to Porsche's website. They have a build your own Porsche thing on there. So, I went and built my own Porsche. And I know 100% I'm going to get that Porsche this year. And I don't even have a car right now, but I'm getting that Porsche this year because I'm sitting on that pedestal. I'm sitting in my seat of awareness and I am looking down at all these fears, all these reasons telling me, oh, that could never happen. How do you think you're going to do that? Oh, you think you're going to get yourself a Porsche this year? That is hilarious. I am just observing all of that. Those thoughts are there. Those fears are there. Those doubts are there. But I am not giving them power. And I'm just like, oh, you guys are so funny. You think you're going to stop me? You think you're going to get in between me and my Porsche? Try me. Because it ain't going to happen. My Porsche that I designed, I have it as my laptop wallpaper now. And I look at it every single day. And I feel into it. How does it feel to be driving that Porsche around? It feels so good. And I'm sitting on that pedestal. I'm just writing out my goals and I'm sending them off to the universe, just like writing little love letters to the world. Like, this is what I want. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I'm just sitting down looking at all those roaches trying to get me, but I'm just writing off all my dreams, sending them out. I'm doing this. I'm going to accomplish this. I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to help these people. I'm going to help this amount of people. My podcast is going to reach this. That's how I live my life. And it's working. It works. It truly, truly works. It does. That's why I'm going to Italy in 2 weeks. Literally 14 days. I leave on the 15th of this month. And I'm happy February. Wow. It's February 1st currently. You're not going to listen to this on February 1st, but happy February. What a beautiful, beautiful start to the year. January was crazy, but it was beautiful because I was just surrendering. There were so many moments in January that I could just cry and give up and let those roaches have me, but I didn't. And the universe saw that. It felt that energy. It felt that I was not giving in, and it sent me some blessings. It said, "Here you go, love. You've been doing so good. Keep doing it. Keep feeling that abundance. Keep feeling how powerful you are. Keep feeling into that limitlessness of your being. And we're going to keep sending you all these blessings. We're just going to keep sending them your way." And let me tell you, it's happening. I booked this flight, and I'm putting the rest in the hands of the universe. I said, "Here you go. Here's my trip to Italy. Give me the best time ever." And I'm just, it's going to be magical. And I can't wait to be in Italy recording these episodes. It's going to be so magical. So, let's have a moment for that. Just so much love. I've never been out of the country. I literally just got my passport like a week or two ago. Because that's another thing. And funny enough, just getting my passport so last minute really confirmed that I was just holding on to people's fears around me, because I would tell everybody, I've had this trip planned for a couple months now, and I hadn't had my passport yet, and everyone's like freaking out, like, "You need to get your passport. That's not going to come in time. You need to get that." I didn't believe them. I did not give in to those roaches. I didn't. I was like, you know what, guys? I'll be fine. Because I know and I trust, and I have a beautiful relationship with the universe and with myself and with that high seat of awareness and surrender. I knew it. I went in on January 4th and I applied for my passport. I expedited it, so it said I paid that extra $60 to get it expedited. And it got here in It said 2 to 3 weeks. I think it was it was within 2 to 3 weeks. And now I'm going to Italy. And I have my passport. Because I didn't give in to that. I did not give in to those roaches. I was like, you know what, guys? I understand that you're fearful around it, but I am not. So I'm not going to accept that fear from you. But thank you. I love you. I accept you, but I don't want it. That's what you do in those situations. That's what you do with that fear. People trying to project that on you. Imagine you go tell a friend, you know, you go up to a friend and you're like, "Hey friend, let's call her Paula. If your name's Paula, how you doing? We're going to call this friend Paula." You go up to Paula and you're like, "Hi Paula. I think I'm going to move across the country and quit my job. And this is why, and I feel really good about it, and I think it'll be really good for me. What do you think about it, Paula?" And Paula's like, are you sure you want to do that? Do you have everything figured out? Like, are you sure you want to quit your job? Are you going to leave the people around you? Do you have a house situation figured out? How are you going to get there? Who's going to deal with your stuff? And do you know what you say to Paula? Paula, I accept your fears that you are trying to project onto my situation. I accept those fears, and I accept you, and I love you, but I'm not letting those fears into my plans. Let me repeat this. Hi, Paula. I'm moving across the country. I'm quitting my job. I'm doing what I love, and I feel really good about it. And that's what you do. You just don't accept it. Because there are going to be so many people that try to hold you back, and that's the beauty of life. It truly is, because you need to thank those people that try to hold you back, because they're the ones that are pushing you to go even more forward. Give them some love. Just give them some extra love. Be like, "Thank you for trying to hold me back. Thank you for trying to ruin my wildest dreams, because you know what? I'm doing it now. I did not accept your fear, and I never will, Paula." Oh, I cracked myself up. Uh, wow. But no, for real though. There will always be people who try to hold you back. And that's where surrender comes in. You Do you know what you do in that situation? You go back to your seat of awareness and you observe Paula talking to you about those fears and all those things that could go wrong. You're just sitting on that pedestal and you're just observing them. And you just continue writing those letters to the universe, be like, "Yeah, you know what? I see those roaches trying to come into this situation. I see them, I accept them, but they are not going to stop me. Because you know what? I already quit my job. I'm moving across the country. That's what you tell Paula." That's how that situation goes. You just don't accept it. You know? It's okay to ask for outside opinions. And some are gonna be really good. You're gonna have those friends that are gonna be like, "Fuck yeah! Can I come with you? Like, I gotta visit you. You gotta send me pictures. Yeah, I love that for you, man. That's so awesome." And then you're gonna have friends like Paula that are gonna be like, "Oh, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do that? I don't know if that's the best idea for you. You have this coming up." And you just give them both the same amount of love and be like, "You know what, man? I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. I accept it all. I give both of you love. And I'm still going to fucking do it because it's my life and I'm going to do what I want." That's what you need to tell Paula. And do you know what that's gonna do? The one friend who's just cheering you on, you're gonna inspire the fuck out of them. Because you told them that, they gave you love, and then you went and did it? And then Paula, you're also gonna inspire the fuck out of Paula. But she's gotta go through some healing first. Paula's gonna be like, "Damn, he told me this idea and I told him not to do it, and then he did it and now he's really happy? Wow. Why would I tell him not to do that?" That's how Paula's gonna be feeling. And you know what? You just give Paula some love and you remind her that she is fucking limitless. And she is fearless and she is capable of anything. And Paula needs to quit her job and go live her best life too. And then boom, there's just so much love and inspiration because you just didn't accept those roaches. You accepting any roaches, it has an effect on you and the people around you. So you just don't accept them. You just give them love. Because the people around you that want to give you those roaches, if you don't accept them and you just give those roaches love, that's going to make them go internal and be like, damn, am I the problem? You are the problem, Paula. And then those other friends that are want to just support you, and they're trying to clear out those roaches for you. Like, no, do it. Go live your life. It's so much inspiration, so much love. And I know, of course, it's easier said than done, but why does it have to be? Why does that have to be hard? People are always going to project their feelings onto you. They're going to project their insecurities. They're going to project their roaches onto you. But that doesn't mean you have to accept them. That's just a part of life. There are always going to be people that try to hold you back or tell you they don't think that's a good idea or try to give you their roaches. That's a beautiful part of life because those are the ones who make you realize how much you really want it. When someone tries to tell you no to something that you're really passionate about, doesn't that make you just even more passionate? Be like, nah, fuck those roaches. I'ma show them. But like, for real, it's so great. And I don't really know how we got here, but I love Rocha. Ooh, Rocha? I love Paula and I love roaches. And I do know how we got here. I have just accepted them. I've accepted my Paula friends and I have accepted the roaches in my life, but they have no power over me. And that is the beauty of life, is just that, yeah, this is a perfect transition into what I want to talk about. The idea of power, your personal power. There are so many beliefs and ideas when it comes to the word power. But for me, my power is that seat of awareness. My power is that person on that pedestal. That is my divine self. My power is being able to just observe the world around me, knowing that it is outside of me. I am not the world around me. It is a reflection of me. But you are not your reflection. You are just the thing that it is reflecting. And so my power, I want to get into this because it is something that I have struggled with. And it's just another thing that I've been realizing lately, because I've been realizing a lot lately, but just I realized that my sense of power was coming from things outside of myself. Well, let me reword that. My idea of power felt like it could only come from certain situations outside of myself. So I did not believe that my power was coming from within. I believed that my power was circumstantial, in that if certain things happened, my power could be taken away. But what I realized lately is that is not true at all. And I was just giving my power away. That's all that is. Because I bet some people can relate to that, about feeling that your power is circumstantial. But I'm here to tell you, it is not. Your power, nobody can take from you unless you give it to them. That's the thing. Like, we think people can take our power, but in reality, we're just giving it away to them without even being aware of it. So that's why we come back to surrender. and we come back to that seat of awareness and you get on that pedestal and you realize, I'm powerful regardless of the people around me. I'm fucking powerful regardless of my situation. I'm powerful even though I live in a box. I'm still powerful as fuck. And having that mindset will change everything for you. It really will. Once you realize that your power only comes from within you and that nobody or nothing or not a single situation can take it or change it or flip it around, nothing can happen to it. Only if you allow it. So if you don't allow your power to be affected by the things that are outside of you, you become even more powerful because you are accepting and owning that power. And I have a whole episode on that too, just owning your power and who you are. That is how the big things happen. That's how people go from making, 3K a month to $1 million a year. That's how people achieve their dreams. That's how people meet who they want to meet. That's how people get to where they want to go because they just accept that they are fucking powerful. And you, whoever you are listening, you are fucking powerful as well. It's just about accepting that. It does not matter what situation you're in, who you're around, who your family is, what you're doing right now. You can accept your power at any moment. And once you do, everything changes. But also, once you accept that power, that's when you really need to go into the surrender state. And the reason I say that is because once you accept that power, your mindset is going to change. That awareness, your self-awareness is going to change. And then if you are in a situation that you don't like very much, and then you start to realize how powerful you are, you need to go into seat of surrender and let the universe clear that out for you because it ain't working anymore. You just need to give that to the world and be like, you know what? I am fucking powerful. I'm tired of this situation I'm in. And I know I deserve more. And I'm going to let you give me more. And I'm going to let you show me those blessings. And I'm just going to sit here and I'm experience them. And I'm going to sit on my pedestal of awareness. And I'm going to look at all the roaches around me trying to stop me from doing what I want to do. And I'm just going to observe them. But I'm not going to let them stop me. And I'm just going to let the universe show me the blessings. And I'm going to start sending out my love letters to the world about what I want to do. And because I have realized my power, and I may not be in the best situation now, I may not be around the best people now, but you know what? That is okay. I accept that. I accept where I'm at. I accept who I am. I accept where I was at before because your mindset can shift like in a second. So once you realize your power and you realize that everything truly does happen from within yourself, take a second to give your old self, even if it was just a couple seconds ago, give that self some love because it needs it. Give your old self some love. You just go look around. Truly, once you accept your power, give yourself some love. Go look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I love you. We are powerful and I'm sorry for everything, but I accept it and I know that better is coming. And that's what you tell yourself. And you go look at your environment, whatever space you're in, you go look at it and be like, wow, I accept this. And you have gratitude for it because you know better things are coming and you are not going to be in that space anymore. So you just accept it, you give it some love, and you have more gratitude and you just feel into that. I know better is coming. Better is here. That's why I'm giving so much gratitude because better is here. Because I know I am powerful and I know I can achieve anything I want because I am limitless. Feeling into that all the time, sitting on that pedestal, staying in your seat of awareness, and surrendering to whatever changes, shifts, people, thing that need to go. Let any of that. Because people will leave. You will have to let go of things. You have to let go of old things for new things to come in. So whenever you realize your power, just know you're going to have to let go of a lot. But also remind yourself, maybe it's time to let go of those things because you didn't even realize how powerful you were when you had them. So imagine, now that you know how powerful you are, what amazing things are going to come to you. So do not be afraid to let go. Do not be afraid to lose people because they are just not benefiting you anymore. And that is okay. That is the beauty of life. That's the journey of life. Just, we meet people, we experience things, we grow internally, and we move on. That is the process of life. And you just get more powerful along the way. And you get more magnetic to the blessings of life because life wants to bless you. Another mindset shift for you is the idea that life is happening for you and not to you. And when you're in this state of surrender and you have this mindset that life is happening for me and you're surrendering to everything that life is giving to you, the transformation, damn, that shit's about to be beautiful. Because if you're just like, wow, it's happening for me, and you're just surrendering to it, and you're just accepting it, and you're giving it love, and you're observing from that pedestal, it's going to feel like a weight has just been lifted off your shoulders. And you just embrace that power. It feels fucking powerful. It feels good. You're gonna wake up just like, yeah. And don't get too much of an ego. It's not that. It's not an ego. We all have it. But we ignore the ego. We give the ego some love and be like, all right, calm down, buddy. You're down there with the roaches. You are not on this pedestal. There is no ego on this pedestal. So when I talk about power, it's truly just accepting who you are. It is the truth. There is no denying it. It is just accepting who you are at the core. That is your power. And knowing that regardless of anything that happens to you, regardless of any experience or anything you encounter, that power is never going away. Nothing can even touch your power unless you let it. And that is fucking powerful. You can only do this unless I let you. That's what your power is saying. This can only happen if I let it. And when I say that, this experience can only affect me in this type of way if I let it. This can only be a bad thing if I allow it to be. This can be a really good thing if I allow it to be. That's what the power is. You don't have control. Let's emphasize that. You do not have control. The only thing you have control of is staying in that state of awareness on that pedestal and observing the things around you and knowing where your power comes from. That's what you have control of. You do not have control of anything outside of you, which is your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences, the people you meet, the people you encounter. You don't have control of that. You do not have control of your thoughts. Yes, you can add new thoughts, but you cannot control them. The thoughts are always going to keep thinking, they're going to keep flowing. And that's why I say you don't have control of them. Because you can't stop them. The only way you're ever going to stop thinking is once you're dead. Honestly. So you do not have control of your flow of thoughts. They're thoughts, and that's okay. You don't need to have control of them. You do not need to control your thoughts. You do not need to control your feelings. You need to observe them, be aware of them, and give them love. That is all you need to do. And your life will get so much easier. It will. And by this term of easier, it'll just, your life will feel lighter. It'll feel more fun. You'll notice more beauty around you. And I know living that way is a lot easier than not noticing those things. Because there's always two sides of the world around you at all times. It's just whichever one you choose to look at, whichever one you choose to be a part of. So personally for me, I choose to be a part of that easier, lighter, more loving, abundant side. Because I've been on the other side. And it's just not working for me anymore. Because I have realized my power. And I have realized that I am limitless. And I have realized that I am capable of anything. And that's why I'm gonna have my Porsche this year. Because I already have it. It's mine. You know, my license plate, I know the color. I know what the wheels look like. I know what the interior looks like. I know how it feels driving it. And I know where I'm going to be driving it to. And I know how good I feel getting in that car. So why would I not have it? Because it's not like anything's going to stop me. I'm going to have that Porsche. I have it. It's mine. It's already mine. But just owning that. I own it. And I have recently been doing so many things that I never would have done before, since I have just owned who I am, and I've accepted it, and I've loved it, and I've accepted the fears, and I've accepted where I've came from, and I've accepted, I've hurt some people. I've done some things, we all have, but I accept that, and then I love that, and I've moved on from it. And knowing that life is ongoing, and I'm not going to hold on to anything anymore. I don't have to hold on to my power because it's within me. It's not going anywhere. I don't have to hold on to the love. I don't have to hold on to the abundance because it just is. I am love. I am abundance. So I don't need to hold on to it. I'm not holding on to anything. I'm just here. I'm observing. I'm surrendering. I'm experiencing the beauty of life. And I'm fucking powerful. And you are fucking powerful. And it feels so good to say that. Say it. I am powerful. Say it. I want you to say it. I am powerful. I am limitless. I am capable. I accept my roaches. I accept my Paulas. I accept it all and I love it all. And I know that nothing can hold me back because I'm limitless. And I am powerful and I'm capable and I'm fearless. And I just am. I'm a beautiful, divine being. I think we need to end it there. Because damn, that feels good. But I do have a question for you, of course. Especially after this episode, how could I not? So, my question for you. One, I have No, I'm telling you to do something. You need to tell yourself how powerful and limitless and fearless and capable you are every single day. Write it on your mirror, put it in a sticker on your car, somewhere where you can see it every single day, and just repeat that self and feel how that truly feels for you. Because it feels different for everybody. My power feels different than yours. And that's okay. That's the fun. I don't want your power to feel like mine because it's mine. It's not going to feel like yours. But I want you to do that. Tell yourself that every single goddamn day. Every day. Tell yourself how powerful you are, how limitless you are, what you're going to accomplish, and just observe it and surrender and let it happen. Let life show you, because life is way more powerful than you are. It's all the same power, but life is more powerful. So let life show you what is capable, what is possible, because it's going to be way better than what you had in mind. I can guarantee that. So just tell yourself that every day. But my question to end off this beautiful episode is, does your power come from your situation, or does it come from within? That's my question for you. Does your power come from your situation, or does it come from within? And always, I want you to journal on this. I want you to dive deep into that. What does that even mean to you? I just told you all about what it means for me, but that may not be the same for you. And that's okay. And I love that. And I really hope that you go explore this idea, because it is life-changing. And you deserve to experience it. And you deserve to know how powerful you are. And you deserve to have experiences that reflect how powerful you are. And you deserve to have relationships that reflect how powerful you are. And you deserve to just own that power. You deserve to live in that power and live in your purpose and live in your potential. That's what life wants for you. That's what I want for you. So I hope you can give yourself that, because you deserve it. You deserve it, because you are magical. You are powerful. Ugh. And what a beautiful episode. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. There's so much love for everybody that listens to this, because this is such a passion for me. I truly, truly, truly love it. I love my podcast because it's just another reflection of my power. And it's fucking magical. And I hope you have a phenomenal rest of your day, night, morning, wherever you are listening to this. I hope it's magical, and I hope you just know how powerful you are. Because you're fucking powerful. And I love you. And I hope you love you, because you deserve to be loved. And I could go on forever, so I'm going to stop here. But yeah. Own your power. Surrender to life. Stay magical. Peace.